Another good title. You are not alone. Who was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger said, we're all in this together. 1 Kings 19, inspired from 1 Kings 19. I reserve 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed down to Baal. You're not alone. In quote, so great to see you. You too. So glad you're here. The greetings were warm and welcoming. Members of a ministry in Southern California gathered online before their evening program. As their speaker, calling in from Colorado, I watched silently as the others gathered on the video call. As an introvert and not knowing anyone, I felt like a social outsider. Then suddenly a screen opened, and there was my pastor. Then another screen opened. A longtime church friend was joining the call too. Seeing them, I no longer felt alone. God, it seemed, had sent support. Elijah wasn't alone either, despite feeling like the only prophet left. After fleeing the wrath of Jezebel and Ahab, journeying through the desert wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, Elijah hid in a cave on Mount Horeb. But God called him back into service, telling him, go back the way you came and go to the desert of Damascus. When you get there, anoint Hazael king over Aram. Also anoint Jehu son of Nimshi king over Israel. And anoint Elisha son of Shaphat from Abel Meholah to succeed you as prophet. I think I mentioned this a long time ago where and people have told stories how they were in an environment, maybe living somewhere, working somewhere where people were just evil and dark and booze, drugs, and depravity and all this kind of thing. And they just prayed, oh God, please get me out of here because I'm a Christian and I don't want to be around this stuff. And I want to be where other people are Christian like me and we have like values and all this kind of thing. And there's many ways where the story's been told. God always sends them back. Sends them back to the dark place. Because he says, you're not going, I'm going back there with you. There's a reason you're in this dark place. Go back the way you came. God then assured him, yet I reserve 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed down to Baal, and whose mouths have not kissed him. As Elijah learned while serving God, we don't serve alone. As God brings help, we'll serve together. What support has God recently sent when you were serving him? Whom could you invite to serve with you to grow your ministry impact for God? Dear God, when I feel alone while serving you, remind me that others are with me as we joyfully serve. I can pretty much guarantee you, if you did stuff on your own, as we often do, let's say you're how would you put it? You're not into all this. Christianity, the faith, and all this kind of stuff. You are alone. You are operating alone. You're operating on your own. Whereas if you're walking out the teaching of Jesus, trying, praying, you're not alone. And if you've done this for any length of time, or you'll meet people and they'll tell you, and I'm not talking about wild stories. You're not alone. Just because you see the evidence of it, things happen. I'll leave that at that. Love you. God bless.